students, welcome to Earth Educational Channel. In the previous section of polynomials, we learnt about polynomials, the different classification of polynomials, the degree of a polynomial, what is term, what is coefficient of a polynomial. So all those sections, things we have read about in polynomials in the previous section. Today, we are going to learn about the third section, that is zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. Okay. So what is zeros of a polynomial? Okay. So in the previous lecture we saw that how to write a polynomial. So let us take a polynomial. Okay. P of x. This was the form that we are writing. P of x equals to 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Okay, so this is the polynomial that I have taken. So I want to find what is the value of this polynomial at x equals to 1. What is the value of this polynomial P of x at x equals to 1. Like when x equals to 1, when x will be 1, what will be the value of this polynomial? So how to do it? So generally we write it as C like this, P of 1. If you write P of 1 means P of when x equals to 1. Okay, I will not write this thing again and again. P of 1 means when P of x equals to 1, means the value of P when x equals to 1. In places of x you write as 1. In places of x you write 1. 5x cube means what? 5 into 1 cube. 2x square means what? 2 into 1 square. 3x means what? 3 into 1, and this is minus 2. Okay. 5 into 1 cube is 1. 2 into 1 square is 1 plus 3 into 1 is 3 minus 2. Okay, 5 into 1 is 5. 2 into 1 is 2 plus 3 minus 2. Okay, so 5 plus 3 we know is 8. Minus 2 is minus 4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. So the value of this polynomial. So the value of polynomial P of x at x equals to 1 is 4. Like when x is 1, the value of this polynomial is what? 4. We are getting the value 4. Okay. Similarly, P of 0. Okay, our Px is what? I am writing here the Px again. Px is 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Okay, so this is our Px. Now we want to find the value of P0. If P0 means what? P when x equals to 0. Okay, P of 0 means value of P when x equals to 0. Okay, so instead of x you put 0. So 5x cube is 5 into 0 cube minus 2x square means 2 into 0 square plus 3x means 3 into 0 minus 2. Okay, 0 cube is 0. 5 into 0 minus 2 into 0 square is 0 plus 3 into 0 is what? 0 minus 2. Okay, 5 into 0 is 5 minus 2 into 0 is 0. Okay, plus 0 minus 2. Sorry, this is 0. Okay, this is 0. So 0 minus 0 plus 0 minus 2. The answer is minus 2. So the value of Px at x equals to 2 is, x equals to 0. X equals to 0 is minus 2. Understood? Now similarly P of minus 1. if I want to take p of minus 1, what will be the value? P of minus 1. That means p of x equals to minus 1. So in the above equation, instead of x, you put minus 1. So this becomes what? 5 into 5x cube means 5 into minus 1 cube. Okay, minus, then 2x square means 2 into minus 1's square. Then plus 3x. 3x means 3 into minus 1. Okay, then minus 2. Understood? 5 into minus 1 cube means minus 1 cube is minus 1 only. So 5 into minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is 1 only. So minus 2 into 1 plus. This is plus 3 into minus 1. We will write as minus 3. Okay, minus 2. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Minus 2 into 1 is 2. Plus minus 3 is minus 3. Then minus 2. So this is coming as minus 5, minus 2, minus 7. Minus 7, minus 3, minus 3. Minus 10. Minus 10, minus 2, minus 12. Okay. So the value of p of x at x equals to minus 1 is minus 12. Understood? So this is how you find the value of a polynomial at a particular point, at a particular value of x. Okay, this is how you put the value of x, the number that you are taking, x value, you put that in the polynomial. Instead of x, you will get the value of the polynomial at that particular number. Okay, so we will see one example. Example 2. Okay, this is find the value of each of the following polynomials, each of the following polynomials at the indicated value of the variables, at the indicated value of the variables. Okay, so this is the example. We have to find the value of the polynomials. Okay, so the first question is p of x equals to 5x square minus 3x plus 7. Okay, this is the equation at x equals to 1, it is told. Okay, so we have to find the value of p of x at x equals to 1 is, we know p of 1, instead of x, what we have to do, we have to put 1. So 5 into 5x square is 5 into 1 square, minus 3x means 3 into 1, okay, plus 7. So 5 into 1 square is 5 into 1, minus 3 into 1 is 3, plus 7. Then 5 into 1 is what? 5 minus 3 plus 7. So 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. Understood? So the value of p of x at x equals to 1 is 9. Understood? At x equals to 1 is what? 9. Second question is q of y equals to 3y cube minus 4y plus root 11 at x equals to, at y equals to 2. So we have to find the value of this polynomial at y equals to 2. So we will find what? We will find q of 2. Q of 2 is what? 3y cube means 3 into 2's cube minus 4y means minus 4 into 2 plus root 11. Okay, so 3 into 2 cube means what? 3 into 2 cube is 8. Okay, minus 4 into 2 is 8 plus root 11. Okay, 3 into 8 is 24 minus 8 plus root 11. 24 minus 8 is 16 plus root 11. Okay, so we are getting, the value of q of y at x equals to 2 at y equals to 2 is 16 plus root 11. So the value of this polynomial at y equals to 2 is what? Root 11. Okay. Third question is p of t 4t to the is equals to 4t to the power 4 plus 5t cube minus t square plus 6 at t equals to a. Okay, so this is simple. Here we were solving the questions, but here we do not have to solve. Instead of t we have to put a only in the equation. So p of a we have to find out. So instead of t in place of t we have to put only a. 4a to the power 4 plus 5a to the power 3 minus a to the power 2 plus 6. This is the answer. Understood? Now we need to know what is this is how we found the value of the polynomial at a particular value of the variable. Understood? Now we want to know what is the zero of the variable. Okay, what is zero of the variable? See, the value, what is zero of the variable? The value of x for which the value of polynomial, the value of x means what it is? X means it is variable. Understood? The value of x means it is the value of variable. The value of the polynomial turns to 0 is called zero of the polynomial. Is called zero of the polynomial. Understood? It's called zero of the polynomial. At what number, means at what value of the variable the polynomial's value will turn to 0? Here we are putting c. Here we are putting 2, but here we are getting some value 16 plus root 11. So this is not a zero of the polynomial. Here we are putting 1. The answer is coming as 9. So this is not a zero of the polynomial. Okay. Let me take an example. Let me take a polynomial. This is zero of the polynomial. Okay. Let me take a polynomial. P of x is equals to x minus 1. Okay. X minus 1. See, we want to find the value of x for which the value of this equation p of x will become 0. From here you can see if x equals to 1, then p of x equals to what? 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. So 1 is a 0 of the polynomial. 1 is called the 0 of the polynomial x minus 1. See, we have to find certain value of x. What? We have to find certain value of the variable, that is x here. Okay, so that the whole equation, that the whole polynomial, the polynomial value will become 0. That is px value will become 0. For certain value of x, the polynomial value will become 0. So we have to find that certain value of x. That certain value of x will be called as the 0 of the polynomial. Understood? For this equation. Similarly, if I take equation q of x is equals to x minus 2. Okay, what will be the 0? If x equals to 2, then q of x equals to what? Instead of x we are going to put 2. So q of x equals to 2 minus 2 equals to 0. So 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. 2 is a 0 of the polynomial x minus 2. You are getting it? For a value of the variable, okay, if the polynomial's value becomes 0, that value of the variable is called 0. Understood? But see, here in this equation x minus 1, we are guessing that, yeah, from here it is visible, clearly visible, that if we take x as 1, so the value of the polynomial will be 0. If we take here x equals to 2, the value of the polynomial will be 0. But every time we cannot guess. So what is the proper way? What is the proper way of finding the polynomial? Okay, the proper way is actually, let me write it, we get the zero value by equating the polynomial to 0. That means, see, there we were guessing and it was clearly visible that x should be 1 to get the polynomial value 0. But if I write the equation again, see, p of x equals to x minus 1, if I am writing. So now I want to find the value of the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so how I will do? It is saying that we know, it is also saying we know that when the value of the polynomial becomes 0, that value of x is the 0 of the polynomial. So when the value of the polynomial becomes 0 means what? P of x equals to 0, because P of x is the polynomial. P of x equals to 0. P of x is, we know that x is x minus 1. So instead of P of x, what we can write? We can write x minus 1 equals to 0. See, we know at when the value of the variable x is 0 of the polynomial, when the value of the variable x is 0 of the polynomial, the value of the polynomial will be 0. The value of the polynomial will be what? The value of the polynomial will be 0. We know that. Okay. But now what? We need to find that x. The value of x we need. So what? We know that the value of the polynomial will be 0 when x is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay. So we make the value of the polynomial 0, that is p of x equals to 0. Okay. P of x is what? X minus 1 equals to 0. So when we are getting from here that we will take minus 1 to that side. So it will be x equals to plus 1. Okay. So from here we are getting when x equals to 1, p of x equals to 0. When x equals to 1, p of x equals to 0. So 1 is the 0 of the polynomial x minus 1. Understood? So for finding the zeros of the polynomial, what we have to do? We have to equate the equation p of x equals to 0. You are getting it? P of x equals to 0. Now you see, if I am writing x minus 1, this is called what? This is called a polynomial. Understood? If I am writing x minus 1, this is called what? A polynomial. If I am writing x minus 1 equals to 0 or some constant, anything it can be. If I am writing something equals to 0, this is called a polynomial equation. It is called a polynomial what? It is called a polynomial equation. Okay. It is called a polynomial equation. Understood? Now we have two things. Okay. One is 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial. What is 0 of the polynomial? Value of variable x at which polynomial equals 0. Okay. 0 of the polynomial is what? Value of the variable x at which polynomial equals 0. That I have written. Value of the variable x at which polynomial becomes 0. One is root of the variable. Both are the same things. What is 0 of the polynomial is also the root of the polynomial. Both are same things. See, root of the polynomial is, we will say that value of the variable x at which polynomial equation satisfies. Okay. See, I am writing the equation as x minus 1 equals to 0. So whenever is equals to 0, at what value of x this equation satisfies is the root of the polynomial. You are getting it? is root of the polynomial equation actually. Root of the polynomial equation. With polynomial only with x minus 1 we are finding the 0 of the polynomial. With x minus 1 equals to something, we are finding the root of the polynomial equation. Okay, one is 0 in term when we are dealing with only polynomial, another is called root. Both are the same thing. It is called polynomial when we are dealing with polynomial equations. Okay, this is one thing. The next fact is actually, one fact is a non-zero constant polynomial, a non-zero constant polynomial has no zero. How? A non-zero constant polynomial has no zero, it is saying. How it is? See, I have already told you, integers are examples of constant polynomial. Okay, integers are what? Examples of constant polynomial. That I have taught you in the previous video also. So I am taking that constant polynomial q of x equals to 2. Suppose I am taking q of x equals to 2. 2 is an integer, and this is also polynomial because I have told you. Because I have told you in the previous videos also, I have shown you. You can write 2 as what? 2 into 1, and 1 you can write it as what? 2 into x to the power 0. So instead of 2, what you are writing? Q of x equals to 2 to x to the power 0 you are writing. This is a polynomial. But you see, x can have any value. But still qx cannot have the value 0. Okay, x, whatever value of x you take, q will never be 0. Qx will never be 0. That is why non-zero constant polynomial has no zeros. Okay, you cannot have, means whatever value of x you take, any value, the constant value the qx value will cannot have the value 0, and it will remain the constant's value. Okay, that is 2 here. So it cannot have a 0. Okay, the second point what I want to is, every real number is a 0 of the 0 polynomial. What does this mean? See, I have already told you in the previous class, 0 is called, okay, 0 is called the 0 polynomial. 0 is called the 0 polynomial. Now instead of 0, what we can add? Instead of 0, we can add 0 into x, or whatever. X can be anything. Whatever you take, x to the power 5, x to the power 10, whatever you take. Suppose I am taking 0 into x. Okay, 0 can be written as what? 0 into x. X can have any value, but the polynomial value will always be 0. Like suppose, see, if I am taking p of x equals to 0, that can be written as what? 0 into x. X can have any value, but still p of x equals to 0. If p of x is 0 for any value of x, that means this is satisfying, no? For every real number, if for every real number p of x equals to 0 here, for 0 polynomial p of x equals to 0 for every real number, that means every real number is a 0 of the 0 polynomial. You are getting it? then we'll solve an example. Example third. Okay, example 3 is, it is told, check whether minus 2 and 2 are zeros of polynomial x plus 2. Okay, x plus 2. We already know the definition of zeros. What is a zero? A number is zero of a polynomial is zero of a polynomial if its values at that number is equals to 0. Is equals to what? 0. A number is zero of a polynomial if its value at that number is equals to 0. Understood? Means if the polynomial value is 0 at that variable's value, the polynomial's value becomes 0, that number is called a 0. So we have to check that whether in this polynomial minus 2 or 2 is a 0. Minus 2 or 2 is a 0. So for that, what we have to check? For my p of minus 2 we will check. Okay, at that value whether we are getting 0 or not. If we will get 0, that means minus 2 is a what? 0 of the polynomial. If we are not getting 0, that means it is not a 0 of the polynomial. Understood? So p of minus 2 is what? Instead of x plus 2, what we are going to write? We are going to write minus 2 plus 2. Okay, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So we know we are getting what? P of minus 2 equals to 0. Therefore, minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. See, I am telling you in this detail here because these things are asked in the exercise. So there I will not go in so much detail. I will go on solving the questions. Okay, in a fast pace, not slow. As in I am telling you the examples. See, we have to check whether minus 2 is a polynomial. So we have to put the value of that in the polynomial. If it comes to 0, if the value of the polynomial comes to 0 at minus 2, then that means minus 2 is a 0 of the polynomial x plus 2. Okay, it is coming at 0, so it is a 0 of the polynomial x plus 2. Now I want to check 2. So p of 2 means x plus 2. That means x, instead of x we are writing 2 plus, then plus 2. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. We are getting p of 2 equals to 4, not equals to 0. Okay, if you are not getting 0 means it is not a 0 of the polynomial. So 2 is not a 0 of the polynomial x plus 2. Okay, this you understood. Now one thing I want to tell. See, in the previous lecture I have told you linear polynomial. I have talked about linear polynomial. What does linear polynomial means? Linear polynomial is one in which degree is equals to 1. If the polynomial's degree is 1, that is linear polynomial. What is degree? Degree is the highest power of the variable. Degree is the highest power of the variable. Okay, so linear polynomial is one in which the degree is 1. Its general form is what? I have already told you in the previous class. General form is what? Ax plus b. Okay, a comma b are constants. A and b are what? Constants, and a cannot be 0. This I have talked about in previous class. Okay, now what we do? Suppose ax plus b equals to px we are writing. This is a polynomial px. Okay, we want to find the value of px at which we want to find the zeros. We have to find the zeros of px. For that, what we have to do? For that, we have to do p of x equals to 0. At what value? See, here I have done it, no? Here I have told you, no, at what value the value of the polynomial will become 0. We have to find out. So, we are making p of x equals to 0. P of x means what? Ax plus b equals to 0. Plus b equals to 0. Okay. So this one will become what? Ax equals to minus b. So x is what? Minus b by a. You're getting it? My x equals to minus b by a. So we can see that minus b by a is a polynomial. Is a polynomial for linear. Sorry, is not a polynomial. Is a zero of the polynomial. Is the zero of the linear polynomial ax plus b. Okay, for the linear polynomial ax plus b, minus b by a is the zero of the polynomial. Okay, but you are seeing, see, other than minus b by a, you cannot have any other zeros. Other than minus by a, b by a, you cannot have any more zeros. Okay, so what we are inferring from here? We are inferring that linear polynomial has only one zero. From here we can infer that here linear polynomial has only one zero. What is that? That is minus b by a. Understood? I will tell you one more thing. See, degree of the polynomial you have read. Degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial is equals to what? Degree of the polynomial, or you write it as like this. See, opposite side you do. Maximum number of zeros of a polynomial equals to degree of the polynomial. Are you getting it? Is equals to degree of the polynomial. What I am telling you about this maximum number of zeros is about the degree of the polynomial. Okay, what does this mean? Maximum number of zeros of a polynomial equals to degree of the polynomial. See, linear polynomial means degree equals to 1. So we are getting only 1 0. In quadratic polynomial, degree is 2. Previous class I have told you about degree. Okay, quadratic polynomial. In quadratic polynomial, degree is 2. So we will be getting 2 zeros there. Okay, then there is cubic polynomial. In cubic polynomial, there are 3, the degree is 3. So we will be getting 3 zeros. But I have written, see, one word term maximum. I have written one term maximum. What does this maximum signify? See, sometimes there is a concept of complex numbers. Okay, sometimes the zeros will not be real numbers. Those will be complex numbers. So they will not be called as zeros. Are you getting it? Therefore, they will not be. So in some cases, we will not be getting the equal number. Means the degree is suppose 4. You will not be getting 4 zeros. You will be getting either 2 zeros. Okay, because complex numbers zeros will means complex numbers will happen in pairs. Okay, so you will be getting only 2 zeros there. Okay, so there is a concept of complex numbers that will come in 11th class. You don't have to worry about it, but you remember that if the degree maximum number of zeros in a polynomial will be equals to what? Will be equals to degree of the polynomial. It can. Okay, next example we will move. Example 5th. Fifth example is verify whether 2 and 0 are zeros of the polynomial. Are zeros of the polynomial x square minus 2x. Okay, see, there are two ways to verify. Here the values 2 and 0 are there. Yeah, okay, 2 and 0 they have given. You have to verify whether 2 and 0 are zeros of the polynomial or not. Okay, so you put the values in that polynomial. if they are 0, if the value of the polynomial comes as 0, then it is a 0 of the polynomial. If it doesn't come as 0, it is not a 0 of the polynomial. Okay, like let us take p of x equals to x square minus 2x. Okay, if p of x at x equals to 2 is 0, then 2 is a what? 0 of the polynomial. 2 is the 0 of the polynomial px. Understood? So let us check. We are doing p of 2. When we are doing p of 2, instead of instead of x we have to put 2. So I are doing x square is 2 square minus 2x means 2 into 2. So yeah, 2 into 2 is what? 2 square. So 2 square minus 2 square is 0. So I am getting p of 2 equals to 0. Hence 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. Getting it? Then it is saying that p of 0 equals to what? 0 square, x square means 0 square minus 2x means 2 into 0. 0 square is 0 minus 2 into 0 means 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Hence p of 0 equals to 0. Therefore 0 is also a 0 of the polynomial. Okay, you have already done this. We have checked how whether if this number is a 0 of the polynomial or not. You put that value in the polynomial. If it is coming as 0, it is a 0 of the polynomial, or else it is not. Okay, this is one way. Another way is you can find the root zeros of the polynomial first and check whether they are matching or not. If they are matching means yes, the numbers are given correct. If they are not matching means it is not correct. So that method is a backway method, you can say. So probably in exam you have to do in this way. But here I will tell you how to find the root. Means how to find. I'll give you the process here, because after this we will start doing the exercises. So here only I will make you understand. There I will not take much of your time. Okay, so how to find zeros of the polynomial. How to find the zeros of the polynomial p of x is what? It is given as x square minus 2x. You have to find. So we know, I have already told you, to find the zeros of the polynomial, what you have to do? We have to make p of x equals to 0. Okay. Now p of x is given what? X square minus 2x equals to 0. Okay. This is x square means x into x, and this is 2 into x. So 1x we can take common. So x into x square minus 2 of x. Getting it? You are getting it? See, this is, if you correlate, no, this is one property I have told, distributive property, a into b plus c. You can write it as what? A into b plus a into c. One distributive property I have talked about in number systems. This is the distributive property. It is similar to what? We are writing it as what? X into x. This is not x square. This is x minus 2. Okay. X into x minus 2. We are distributing it as what? X into x. Okay. Instead of plus minus also we can give, b minus c is same. A into b minus c is what? A into b minus a into c. So we are giving minus here. Minus x into 2. This x into x is what? X square minus x into 2 is what? 2x. Is the same thing or not? So from there I am finding this is the distributive property. Understood? I have talked about it in number systems in the previous videos. You can check. Okay. X into x minus 2 is there. Okay. So is equals to 0. So either this part, this x will be 0, or this part, because these are in multiplication, either this or this will become 0. Then the whole equation will become 0. So either x equals to 0 or x minus 2 equals to 0. x0 means c, this whole equation will become 0, or x minus 2 is 0 means when x is 2. When x is 2, this equation becomes 0. So 0 and 2 are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 2x. You're getting it? From we make p of x equals to 0, then we find the value of x for which it is zeros. Okay, so this is the way of finding the value of the polynomial. Understood? Now I'll go to the exercises. Exercise 2.2. Understood? Exercise 2.2 exercise. The first question is given: find the value of the polynomial. Find the value of the polynomial. What is the polynomial it is given? It is given as 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Okay, 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Okay, before writing the value I am writing, let us take as px equals to p of x equals to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Like this polynomial I will be denoting with px. Okay, first bit is x equals to 0. In the starting of the chapter only I told how to find the value. Okay, x equals to 0 means what? We have to find p of 0. This means p of x equals to 0. Okay, now instead of x we are putting 0. 5x is written. 5x means 5 into 0 minus 4x square is written. 4x square is means 4 into 0 square. Okay, then plus 3 is written. 5 into 0 is what? 0. 4 into 0 square means what? 0 plus 3. Okay, so we are getting p of 0 equals to what? 3. This is the answer. You are getting it? Now the second question. Second question is x equals to minus 1. Okay, x equals to minus 1 means what? We have to find p of minus 1. When p of x is equals to minus 1. So 5x means what? 5 into x means minus 1 minus 4x square means what? 4 into x square means minus 1 square plus 3. You are getting it? So 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Okay, minus 4 into minus 1 square is what? 1 plus 3. Okay, so this is minus 4 minus 5 minus 4 into 1 is 4 only plus 3. This is minus 4 minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9 plus 3 is equals to minus 6. Okay, you are getting it? This is the third bit now. Third bit it is given x equals to 2. So you have to find the value of that equation. That equation is what? I am writing it again here. P of x equals to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. Okay, so at x equals to 2, p of 2 is what? P of 2 means instead of 5 into x means 5 into 2 we are writing, minus 4x square means 4 into x square means 2 square plus 3. 5 into 2 is what? 10 minus 4 into 4 square. 2 square is 4 plus 3. Okay, this is 10 minus 4 into 4 is 16 plus 3. 13, 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 minus 16 is minus 3. Okay, p of 2 is coming as what? P of 2 is minus 3. So this is the answer. Second question is given as find p of 0, p of 1 and p of 2 for each of the following polynomials. Okay, for each of the following polynomials. See, one polynomial will be given. Here we are finding each value, no? 0, 1, 2. So likewise you have to find p0, 1, 2 and 2. So here I will not do each step one by one. I will directly write. Okay, the first question is p of y is given as y square minus y plus 1. Okay, so we have to find what? P of 0 we have to find. P of 0 means p of y equals to 0. Okay, so we have to put instead of y we have to put 0. So y square is 0 square minus y is 0, okay, plus 1. So 0 square is 0 minus 0 plus 1. So this is 1. P of 0 is what? 1. Then P of 1. P of 1 is, see, in P of 1 means P of y equals to 1. Instead of y, we have to put 1. So y square is 1 square minus y is 1. Okay, plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0 and 1 square is 1. So the answer is 1 again. Then P of 2. P of 2 is means P of y equals to 2. Understood? Now y square. Y square means 2 square minus y is written to minus 2 plus 1. What is 2 square? 2 square is 4 minus 2 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 is the answer. Understood? Now second bit. Second bit is given as P of t equals to 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t cube. Okay. Now we have to find, this is the equation they have given. So we have to find P of 0. If P of 0 is given means we have to put instead of t, we have to put 0. Okay, so this is P is, when t equals to 0. So 2 plus, it is written t. So instead of t I am putting 0 plus 2t square it is written, means 2 into t square means 0 square minus t cube. T cube is 0 cube. Understood? So 2 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 square is 0 minus 0 cube is 0. So 2, this is answer is 2. P of 0 is only 2 plus 0 minus 0 is 2. Understood? Now P of 1. P of 1 is when t equals to 1. P of 1 means P of t equals to 1. Understood? This means instead of t we have to put value 1. So 2 plus 1 plus, I am not going to tell again and again, 2 into 1 square minus 1 cube. Instead of t you put 1 only. This is simple thing. Okay, 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square minus 1 cube. So this is 2 plus 1 plus 2 into 1 square is 2 minus 1 cube is 1. So 2 minus 1 minus can cancel. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. So 4 is the answer. P of 2 now. P of 2 means P of when t equals to 2. So instead of t you have to put value 2, 4. So instead of t you have to put the value 2. So 2 plus t is written means instead of 2 I have to write 2 plus 2t square means 2 into 2 square. Understood? Minus t cube means 2 cube. So this is written as what? 2 plus 2. Okay, 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 square is what? 2 cube minus, then again it is written 2 cube. So 2 cube is cancelled. That means 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. So the value 4. Third question given as P of x equals to x cube. P of x is x cube. So we have to find P of 0. P of 0 means what? P of when x equals to 0. So instead of x cube it is 0 cube. 0 cube is 0. P of 1. P of 1 means P of x equals to 1. Understood? P of when x equals to 1. X equals to 1 means instead of x cube we are writing 1 cube. 1 cube is 1. Now P of 2. Okay. P of 2 means P when x equals to 2. You are getting it? P when x equals to 2. When x equals to 2, this is 2 cube. 2 cube means 2 cube is 8. So the answer is 8. Okay. Fourth question. Fourth bit it is given as P of x is x minus 1 into x plus 1. Okay. So you can do it two ways. Directly put the value, or you can simplify the equation. X minus 1 into x plus 1. I have already told you what is the formula. It is x square minus 1. Okay. I have already told you about this. Now you have to find P of 0. P of 0 means instead of x we are putting the value 0. 0 minus 1, 0 plus 1. We can write this equation as 0 minus 1 into 0 plus 1. 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1. Okay, into 0 plus 1 is 1. So minus 1 into 1 is minus 1 is the answer. Then P of 1. Okay, P of 1 means Instead of x minus 1 we can write 1 minus 1 into x plus 1 means 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 minus 1 is 0 into 1 plus 1 is 2. So 0 into 2 is what? 0. So 0 is the answer. You are getting it? Now p of 2. Instead of x minus 1 what we will write? We will write 2 minus 1 into, instead of x plus 1 what we will write? We will write 2 plus 1. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1 into 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 into 3 is 3. You are getting it? This is the way of finding the value. Okay, now the third question. Third question is verify whether the following, we have to verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. Indicated against them. Okay, it is saying that verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. One polynomial is given. Okay, one polynomial is given and a number is given. We have to check whether it is a zero or not. Okay, the first question is p of x equals to 3 of x plus 1 and x equals to minus 1 by 3. Okay, see, informally I am telling you this is the form of what? Linear polynomial ax plus b, and I have already told you its 0 is of the form what? Minus b by a. See, instead of b 1 is written, so this is minus 1. Instead of a what? 3 is written, so minus 1 by 3 is the answer. Okay, so yes, minus 1 by 3 is a 0 of the polynomial. But exam you will not write like this. Exam, whatever the every other question, the way I am trying to solve, I will solve this question also. Okay, to find whether this number is a 0 or not, we'll put it as the value in the polynomial. See, we will find p of minus 1 by 3. If it comes as 0, then it is a 0 of the polynomial. If it does not come as 0, it is not a 0 of the polynomial. So we'll find p of 1 minus 1 by 3. So instead of x, what we will write? Instead of x, we will put minus 1 by 3. This is 3x means 3 into minus 1 by 3. Okay, plus 1. 3 is cancelled. We are remaining with minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is what? 0. Hence, therefore, minus 1 by 3 is a 0 of the polynomial. Minus 1 by 3 is a 0 of the polynomial what? 3x plus 1. Okay, since if we put instead of x, we are putting the value minus 1 by 3, we are getting the value of the polynomial as 0. It is a 0 of the polynomial. Okay, so every question will solve like this only from now. Okay, for verification. Second bit is given p of x equals to 5x minus pi, and x is given as 4 by 5. We have to check whether 4 by 5 is the 0 of the polynomial or not. For that, what we will do? We will find the value of the polynomial at 4 by 5. Okay, so instead of 5x, what we will write? 5 into 4 by 5 minus pi, we will write 5. 5 is cancelled. We are getting what? 4 minus pi. Okay, so p of 4 by 5 is 4 minus pi is not equals to 0. Okay, therefore 4 by 5 is not a 0 of the polynomial, is not a 0 of the polynomial 5x minus pi. You are getting it? It is not a 0 of the polynomial 5x minus pi, because on solving by taking x as 4 by 5, we are not getting a 0. Okay, third question is p of x equals to x square minus 1. Okay, similarly, when what? X value is given as minus 1 and 1. Two values are given. See, since degree is 2, so two values are given. So we have to check for both of them. So first we have to check for p of minus 1. Okay, p of minus 1 is x square means minus 1 square minus 1. Minus 1 square is what? 1. Then minus 1. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. Therefore, we are getting at p of minus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, minus 1 is a 0 of the polynomial what? X square minus 1. Okay, we'll check then again for P of 1. P of 1 is what? X square. Instead of x square we are writing 1 square minus 1. Okay, 1 square minus 1 is 1 minus 1 equals to 0. Means P of 1 is coming as 0. Therefore 1 is also a 0 of the polynomial x square minus 1. Okay, now the fourth question. What is the fourth question now? Fourth question is given as P of x equals to x plus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, at x value we have to check at minus 1 and 2. We have to check the values of x. Okay, now we are doing P of minus 1. P of minus 1, so instead of x plus 1, what we can add? We can add minus 1 plus 1. Okay, then instead of x minus 2, what we can add? We can add minus 1 minus 2. So minus 1 plus 1 is what? 0 into minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. 0 into something is always 0. So we are getting at P of minus 1 is what? 0. Therefore minus 1 is a 0 of the polynomial x plus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, now second we will check for 2. P of 2. P of 2 means x plus 1 is what? 2 plus 1. X minus 2 is what? 2 minus 2. This is coming as 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 into 0 is 0. Therefore P of 2 is also coming as 0. So we can write 2 is also a 0 of the polynomial. 2 is also a 0 of the polynomial of what? X plus 1 into x minus 2. Getting it? Both of them are zeros of the polynomial. Okay. Then the fifth question. Fifth question is P of x is equals to x square. X equals to 0. Okay. This is simple. You have to find only P0. P0. Instead of x square, we are putting 0 square. 0 square is 0. So we are getting P of 0 equals to 0 we are getting. So we can write therefore 0 is a 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial x square. Are you getting it? Sixth question. Sixth question is P of x equals to Lx plus m. Okay, and x value is given as minus m by l. Same thing again. Find the value of P at minus m by l. Understood? So we can write Lx as l into minus m by l we can write, and plus m. L is cancelled, so we are getting it as what? Minus m plus m is equals to what? 0. So we are getting P of minus m by l equals to 0. So we can write minus m by l is a 0 of the polynomial. Is a 0 of the polynomial Lx plus m. See, this is ax plus b form, no? Ax plus b, we know its value minus b by a. Instead of minus b by it is minus m by l. Are you getting it? Then the seventh bit is P of x is equals to 3x square minus 1. And for what values you have to check? X equals to minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3 we have to check. Okay, so first we have to check for minus 1 by root 3. So we will do for P of minus 1 by root 3. It is given 3x square, so it will be written as 3 into minus 1 by root 3's square. Okay, then minus 1. This is 3 into minus 1 square is 1. Root 3 square is 3. So 3 into 1 by 3 minus 1. 3 is cancelled. This is giving as minus 1 by 1 equals to minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So P of minus 1 by root 3 is equals to 0. Okay, therefore minus 1 by root 3 is a 0 of the polynomial 3x square minus 1. We are getting it. Now p of second part is p of 2 by root 3 we have to do. Finding p of 3 by root 3. So 3 into 2 by root 3 square we are getting minus 1. We are getting it. Then this is 3 into 2 by root 3 square is what? 2 square is 4. Root 3 square is 3 minus 1. 3 cancel. We are getting 4 minus 1, that is 3. So p of 2 by root 3 is equals to 3, is not equals to 0. Okay, therefore 2 by root 3 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Is not a 0 of the polynomial 3x square minus 1. Okay. This is the 7th. 8th question is 8th question it is given as p of x equals to 2x plus 1, x equals to 1 by t, 2. See, this is not a 0, directly you can tell from ax plus b form. Okay, this should be minus 1 by 2. But still we will do p of 1 by 2. We have to find p of 1 by 2. So 2x is 2 into 1 by 2 we have to write plus 1. So 2 is cancelled. This is 1 plus 1 is 2. So p of 1 by 2 it is coming as 2. Okay, not equals to 0. Therefore 1 by 2 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Is not a 0 of the polynomial. 1 by 2 is not a 0 of the polynomial of what? 1 by 2 is not a 0 of the polynomial 2x plus 1. Okay. This is the third question over. We are going to the last question. Last question it is said, find the roots or zeros, you can say. Find the 0 of the polynomial. Find the 0 of the polynomial in each case. Okay, in each case. Here see all the linear polynomials is given. Linear polynomial they have given. They have not given any quadratic polynomials. Okay, so the first question they have given is p of x equals to x plus 5. P of x is equals to x plus 5. We already know how to find the root. Finding the root, we will make p of x equals to 0. This gives what? X plus 5 equals to 0. So this gives us x equals to minus 5. Okay, x equals to minus 5. So from here we can write minus 5 is a 0 of the polynomial, is a not, is d, because linear polynomials will only have 1 0. I have already told you. So minus 5 is d. Okay, minus 5 is the 0 of the polynomial x plus 5. We are getting it. First make p of x equals to 0. Instead of p of x, replace the polynomial, and from there you find the value of x. Okay, that value is the 0 of the polynomial. Second question is p of x equals to x minus 5. Same thing again you do. You make p of x equals to 0. So instead of p of x you write x minus 5 equals to 0. If x minus 5 equals to 0, this is x equals to 5. Okay, therefore 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. 5 is the 0 of the polynomial x minus 5. Okay. Then third question is given as p of x equals to 2x plus 5. Same thing again you do. You make p of x equals to 0. So 2x plus 5 you have to write it as 0. Understood? From here what you can write? Here you can write 2x equals to minus 5. You are getting it? 2x equals to minus 5. So x equals to what? Minus 5 by 2. Getting it? So from here we are getting that minus 5 by 2 is the 0 of the polynomial, is 0 of the polynomial 2x plus 5. You are getting it? Then fourth question is given as p of x equals to 3x minus 2. P of x equals to 3x minus 2. Okay, p of x equals to 3x minus 2. Again we have to do what? P of x equals to 0 we have to do. Instead of px we replace 3x minus 2 equals to 0. So this becomes 3x equals to 2. So x equals to 2 by 3. So we can write 2 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial 3x minus 2. Okay, getting it? Fifth question is p of x equals to 3x. P of x equals to 3x. Again we will do p of x equals to 0. Instead of p of x we can write 3x equals to 0. See, from here only x can make this equation 0. 3 into x is written, no. 3 into x. X is the variable, only x can make it a 0. That means x equals to 0 here. Okay, so we will write 0 is the 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial 3x. Understood? Now the sixth question it is given as p of x equals to ax. A not equals to 0 it is given. See, it is the same thing. 3x it was given. Instead of 3 it is given an a which is an unknown constant now. It is an unknown constant. Okay, unknown constant. So same thing, you make p of x equals to 0. That means instead of p of x we write ax equals to 0. A is not equals to 0. A is not equals to 0. That means x has to be 0. X has to be 0. That is x equals to 0. Therefore, if x is coming as 0, therefore 0 is the 0 of the polynomial ax, where a is not equals to 0. Okay, seventh bit they have given the equation as p of x equals to cx plus d. C is not equals to 0 and c comma d. C and d are real numbers they have said. Understood? Nothing to worry. Make same thing. May px equals to 0 you write. Instead of px you write cx plus d equals to 0. You are getting it? Now make d take to the other side. So cx plus d is written. Other side it will be minus d. Okay, cx equals to d. So instead of multiplication, other side it will be division. So d minus c. Okay, x equals to minus d by c. X equals to minus d by c. So from here we can write minus d by c is a 0 of the polynomial. Okay, which polynomial? Cx plus d, where c is not equals to 0 and c comma d are real numbers. Okay, you are getting it? Cx plus d, c is not equals to 0, c comma d are real numbers. Okay, so this is the second section of the chapter polynomials. Here what we have learned? Here we have learned about the zeros of the polynomials. Okay, how to calculate the zeros of the polynomial and how to check whether this number is a zero of the polynomial or not. Okay, the third section will go in the next video, and if you find something is lacking in the video, you can comment about it. I will try to rectify it in the future videos. If you find that the video is very good and very helpful to you, okay, you like the video, you comment about it, or you can share it with your friends also. Okay, so they can also take the part in this learning. Okay, till the next video, you stay safe and stay healthy, and thank you for listening.